Hey Virgos, how's it going? Welcome to August 2020 love reading and any other stuff that comes in, okay? I've already shuffled these cards so many times, but I'm just, the way I've got my camera though, I don't want to shake up the table. All right, let's see what's going on here. Virgo. So we got the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is about, I feel like, moving forward. You've been working hard on your relationship, some of you. I feel like there is progress. Okay, but I also feel like some of you might just be a little bit too focused on what this relationship can bring you, for example, materialistically or financially. But that's okay. If that's your thing, that's fine. Okay, I do feel like your efforts are paying off. We've got the star. Wow, look at that. I love the star. This is a very successful card. Also represents Aquarius. So any of you got an Aquarius rising or moon, or you are dating an Aquarius or are interested in an Aquarius, could be even an Aquarius coming in your life. But to me, when I feel Aquarius, I feel Uranus. Freedom, eccentric, really just moving out from the past and letting that go and just really focusing on what it is that you want. But I see a successful relationship coming for some of you in August here. Really good energy. I think you should stay inspired. I think you should stay focused. I think you should stick with faith. We've got the moon here. A lot of you, I feel too, when I just feel this out, is some of you are kind of stuck. Okay, you want to unstuck yourself. And what do I mean by stuck? Well, you've had some pretty bad apples in your life. Some of you have had some bad apples in your life. Some of you have been in really funky, stuck, unmotivated, narcissistic, controlling relationships. And the moon, which is very deceptive and tricky at times, depending upon the cards it's around. To me, I'm feeling what's coming in here from Spirit is it's because there is a fear. Maybe it's unknown. So you want to meditate. You want to ask yourself, what is the main core? What is the main fear? What is the main reason I'm not moving on? I'm not moving forward in a relationship. That I'm not really getting the person I really want. Okay? Because there's been a lot of deceit, a lot of deception in your life. So here we got the Three of Swords. Well, hello. Three of Swords, three people involved. Some of you may have been cheated on. Some of you like, I really want to have a relationship, but I keep picking the same type of person that just brings hardship on me and breaks my heart and isn't loyal or devoted or honest. Or maybe doesn't even want to commit into a relationship. Just wants the kind of a friends with benefit type of thing. But the Three of Swords also tells me that some of you Virgos are really actually lonely. I'm not going to read this Three of Swords. I've already read it in the moon about deception and deceit. I feel like this card's telling me that some of you have had a lot of tears. Some of you couldn't even cry because it was so blocked in you, you couldn't even shed a tear. But it's telling me that this is just a confirmation that some of you have just been through so many heartbreaks, so many unhappiness, so much unhappiness or afflictions that have caused you so much grief. I really think that you need to let this go now. Okay? This is a perfect time. You keep holding on to this, you're just going to create more experiences to go with the thought. Okay? Here we've got the Seven of Swords. Well, didn't I just tell you a new plan? New plan is let go of the past. Let it go. Because this Seven of Swords is telling me that you could come up with some great new plans. You could really honor your dreams, your wishes, if you just persuade yourself to do that. like really move yourself into a position of, I'm done with the past. I'm done with the old. I'm even done hanging around for somebody to come back in my life, and just like really, really work on moving forward. You're your own designer. So it's time to design that love life. Now, the message I'm getting in here also is about some of you who are in a committed relationship, such as a marriage, or you might be living with someone or dating this person for a very, very long time, and it's been an up and down thing. And what I'm getting is, yes, some of you have been cheated on, some of you have been deceived, lied to. I mean, it's there. However, I'm being directed by Spirit to say, yes, these are all the things that have been going on, even in your marital life, even in your life of living with this lover, just like you're married, but it's been up and down, and you've had so many insecurities, or even they have had insecurities in you about whether or not you're really cheating on them. Well, some of them might be happening. It might be happening. But if that's the case, the message here is to wake up. Wake up, deal with it one way or another, okay? But don't deal with it as it's happening. Don't deal with it anymore. You have a right to know, just as you have a right to say what you want in your marriage. Okay, so we have the High Priestess, we have the Devil card, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Ace of Swords. High Priestess. I love this card. I was just talking about it. You have the right to know what's happening in your marriage, but don't smother it for your own fears. Before you accuse someone, you got to look for the proof. The High Priestess is telling me that. But, and some of you too, here when I get the Devil card, which also represents Capricorn, some of you have been having your own little weird experiences. Like perhaps your partner has some sexual desires, or has a different perception of how a relationship or marriage should work. Really, I'm not saying that you need to abandon this person or they need to abandon you, but I think that in order for you have a right to be happy. So if this person is into like subordination or bondage of some kind and you're not liking that, then either it's therapy or some type of relationship therapy or sex therapy, whatever, or it's time maybe to say, hey, this isn't working for me anymore. I'm not happy. Speak up. That's what I'm also getting to. Mercury's in you, Virgo. Speak up. So also I'm getting okay, so the Seven of Wands, I don't know, Spirit doesn't want me to forever focus on the Devil card here, so let's move on here. So the Seven of Wands here is a good card of overcoming obstacles. So I gave you some guidance of how you can do it. Oh yeah, you'll probably say to me, well, it's not as easy as you think. Probably not, because you're in the karma, you're in the lesson. So yeah, right. I'm your observer, but I'm showing you there is another outlet for this. And that you don't have to keep sitting around feeling unhappy about either your past, which you've probably, so how would I look at that? I would look at that, we can be our own prisoners of our own past. We can imprison ourselves very easily. With the Seven of Wands, though, to me, this is overcoming the challenges, dealing with the overwhelming feelings that may come about with change, because I feel that there's, all of us in August actually are going to go through some change, good and not so good. But I guess it depends really how you perceive it and what you do with the energy as it happens. There's a lot of unexpected energy too coming from Uranus. That's going retrograde in August. Anyways, so yeah. But I do feel like with the Knight of Cups here, that some of you really can make August such a beautiful month. I see invitations to meet up. Yeah, so what? I know there's social distancing going on, but that doesn't seem to stop a lot of people. So there's all ways of communicating with people too, but I just feel like there is an invitation here. And now for some of you, Virgos, I don't feel that some of these relationships that are coming in August, new ones, are going to be all that easy. I don't feel like the ones that you're into, the ones that you are maybe married to or committed to, let's just use the word committed. I don't feel like it's going to be all that easy to deal with some of the challenges, because the change needs to happen. If you keep trying to battle the challenges, the change is going to fight you, and it's going to be a lot stronger in August than maybe some previous months. Although I really pretty much think the year of 2020 is a challenge in itself. Now with the Ace of Swords, I'm feeling here's your strength, here's your force, determination. Use great determination. I just feel like some of you, after you get over these humps, even in your marriage or your committed relationship, that as we move through the August, there's some good feeling, good energy that comes in that tells me that things are going to be okay. Things are going to work out. What doesn't, you just have to deal with. You have to accept. Okay? It's meant for the change. If you don't make the change, it's going to feel like the Tower 3 times. So, when I mean 3 times, it's going to be really potent. Like 3 Tower cards together. So, and that's going to be moving forward all the way until probably next January, February of 2021. So, I say go with the flow. And then we've got the Empress, the 8 of Swords, the Ace of Coins or Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. So what do we got here? We've got Empress here. I'm feeling somebody may have been pregnant and may have lost this child. If you are pregnant and listening to this reading, no, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to do with you. I feel like this loss already happened, and I'm doing it the week before. I'm doing this reading the week before August. I just feel like somebody has already lost a child here, has had perhaps a miscarriage. But I do feel like things are going to be okay as long as you work with your, you work with your loss, you process it, and then you integrate and you move forward. Okay. I feel like there is this, I also feel like you've got, Virgos, some of your family members or their your significant others' family members or friends are sticking their nose in your business where it doesn't need to be. Yeah. So 8 of Swords can be a crisis card. It can be a card of conflict. It can be also somebody who's gone to prison or somebody who's in prison. Or somebody who's doing some things illegally, and they're illegal, but they haven't been caught yet. Okay, so but I also feel that there might be delays too about starting your family. Now the Ace of Pentacles is telling me that you're coming into a prosperous time. There's things that you have to change, things that you have to clean out here. Okay, but you are coming to a prosperous time. And that prosperous, of course, I'm doing a love reading, but this could be a prosperous time. Like some of you might be in a relationship where the relationship is at a complete moment of tension all the time because somebody's jobless and not bringing in the money, or you're wondering how you're going to keep going because you've been affected by the COVID and the economic crisis. Because Ace of Pentacles, money. But it's going to change. Things are going to be okay. Now, I know we've got the Nine of Swords here and the Seven of Cups. So what are the messages of Spirit that what do we want to say when we see that things are moving for Virgos here and then suddenly? Well, I think that you need to watch your money in August, okay? Not necessarily how you spend it, but I feel like maybe how you invest it. Because there could be like really this big, huge spurt of, abundance. And then there could be this really low moment of, and a lot of it is how you're directing yourself. I feel like it's like you're kind of in a dreamland of this is going to take me here, but you're not quite sure, or maybe you're not actually manifesting it to happen in the reality world, the real world. So it's good to have an imagination. Let me pull one more card on this. I feel like there's something here that you're really going to, and it's in the month of Leo. So August, I'm doing August 2020. I just feel like it's something that you really need to get, grounded on. Something that you really need to try to get a control over the situation. I almost feel like for some of you Virgos, somebody's taking advantage of you. That's what just flew in here when I look at the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Cups. This could be someone too who's could be a mother or mother-in-law. It could be a father-in-law, but somebody who seems to is very sharp, very intense. Also, too, this could be somebody that you want to hear from the other side. Somebody that has passed away. Somebody that's gone, not here. That you feel a loss because you want to hear from them. Let's see here. Wow. Well, I can tell you that message right here with the Nine of Cups that things are going to get better. Some of you have been dealing with health issues too. Health, finances, all these things affect your relationship. It's not just about love. Yeah, so the Nine of Cups is telling me that things are going to get better. This could have something to do with some of you Virgos, your mother or your father. Could be even a sister. I'm getting a female, though, strongly, that has been dealing with health issues. And I feel like you're going to come to that path again. You're going to come to that road again with them. But I don't feel like they're going to pass away. I just feel that they are, there's lessons they need to learn to deal with their health better. Also, I feel maybe they need to find another doctor. Okay? But this has to do with love because it has to do with your loved one, your mother or your father or your sister or your brother or your aunt or your uncle. It's a family member. Or it could be your spouse. Or your significant other. Okay? All right. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for listening. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I love to do readings for you guys. Take care.